Okay, we are having cemetery trustees meeting Tuesday, July 28th. It's 8:02 a.m. Present are Joe Reardon, Chairman, Steve Pender, Jim Coyne, Terry Driscoll calling in, Jed Dolan is absent.
Good morning. We will begin with the first item on the agenda, which is the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
The second item on the agenda is the status of the rental property. I don't know if the superintendent can bring us up to date, please.
So the tenants have until the 31st to vacate the property. I haven't seen anything leaving the house, so I'm assuming that they don't have any plans. They've not been in contact with me. And they did reach out to the state for rental assistance. And I spoke to the town administrator and town council about that, and was told that if we sign our portion of that agreement with the state, we could possibly be held to, accepting some nominal funds from the state in lieu of their back rent, and then ceasing eviction. So I looked at it yesterday. I enclosed a copy here and sent a copy to you, Joe. And I did not sign that. So I've requested a meeting with Nick Milano. I think he might be on vacation this week. I haven't heard from him. So Friday is their day they're supposed to be out. I'm assuming they're not leaving. And we will proceed from there. We will file court proceedings on Monday, I would imagine. So to be continued.
Okay.
Unfortunately. So that's it.
The third item on the agenda is a discussion regarding family pallbearers. The concern was that when family pallbearers are participating, there are questions regarding safety.
Yeah.
And we were discussing what we should do moving forward in terms of policy. I don't know if anyone has any thoughts about that and what the team thinks as well.
So I personally, as a superintendent, am nervous as all get out every time we have a family that wants to be pallbearers. In the church, it's different. It's the casket is on a roller right down the aisle. Very different. Approaching an open grave, there's a board set up underneath the green layover that we have, and you can lose your footing. You can also, not be strong enough to carry a casket, and there's a certain amount of lifting, reaching motion there. So it is dangerous, and it's a liability, and you're near an open trench. So there are a lot of other cemeteries who do not allow family and friend pallbearers, and I would like to be one of those cemeteries. The guys here want to be respectful of the families, and they understand that family wants to be pallbearers occasionally. But they'll abide by what we say. Jed weighed in last night with me on the phone and said that, there are a lot of other cemeteries who don't allow it, and going forward, he's okay with not allowing it.
Lisa, how many times a year is that request made at Milton Cemetery?
Oh, maybe 10 or 15. Yeah.
I'm surprised it's that many.
Yeah, not a lot.
Yep.
Not a lot. And yeah, it makes me very, very nervous every time. People, people expect everything to go like Hollywood, and there are real dangers, real trip hazards with a casket. even my guys who are very experienced, I see them, you know, they have to use a certain amount of strength and sure footing to get that casket on the grave, and it's a giant open trench. So.
Well, I for one didn't know we actually allowed that until the last meeting, so I would agree with Jed. I would be comfortable putting in a policy where we do not allow it going forward.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I'm also in agreement.
I don't know that is something that necessarily needs a vote. I don't know what anyone else thinks. I think it's something that the superintendent is able to add, because it's an operational thing.
I'd love the backup of a vote.
Sure.
Sure, we can do that.
So would we put this into the rules and regulations?
Yeah, I think I should.
Okay. All right. So
Even though nobody ever reads them, I think it
That's
should
okay.
be there.
I'll make a motion
And
to
I will-
insert.
And I will send a notice out to local funeral directors.
okay.
That,
All right.
you know.
So
Motion?
Please.
Motion to add to the Milton Cemetery policy and procedures that no family or friends of the deceased are allowed to be pallbearers once on property at Milton Cemetery.
We accept a friendly amendment to that.
Sure, of course.
Can we change the language rather to sound it exclusionary and say that only Milton Cemetery employees?
Staff.
Yeah.
Of course.
Staff are yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'll
Is that
second.
okay? Okay. Cool.
Great.
So it's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Excellent. The next item is a rate increase for the Garden of Angels. The Garden of Angels is a section of the cemetery dedicated to care for babies that have died, where parents who are Milton residents do not have burial space here at Milton Cemetery. And it's very comforting for a lot of these families to know that their child is buried with other children. The opening charge there has been $15 for years and years and years. And it is suggested that the opening charge be increased to $100. Is there a motion to do so?
Well, I don't think if $100 is agreed upon. It was just a suggestion. I think that there's been different numbers mentioned.
So I had suggested 50 because my background in retail leads me to maybe price things too high. But Jed did weigh in on that as well last night, and he thinks $100 is a very nominal fee.
That's what I had said in my email.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if we want to discuss, is there any reason for it to be higher than 100? I don't know.
Yeah, so Lisa, can you just walk me through the charge? What
So-
expenses we have?
So for $100, they get obviously a very small spot in the Garden of Angels, which is against the wall, going towards the pond. Since like 1898, we've buried maybe 125 babies over there. Probably 5 small children in the last 5 years, I think I counted. So it's not a frequently used site, and we give them the space, which is, I don't know, it's about a 2x2 space, and, like 4 square feet. And we dig the hole by hand, and then the cherub casket is put in, and we fill in. So it's a compassionate kind of a thing, service that we provide for grieving families who don't expect the loss of a child.
The other consideration too, Terry, is that they don't, correct me if I'm wrong, my recollection of this, is that the town technically has the burial rights to that section. So the people don't actually get burial rights in the sense that they own it and can do anything with it, like memorialization.
That's right. They
things
don't
like
get
that.
a deed or anything like that.
So it's
Yeah.
the $100 includes the space, which technically I guess will be donated by the town, and then
The
the
service.
service.
So, so and Lisa, the $100 would cover that time by the employees, it feels like. The service, the $100, is that enough to cover the employees?
If I could jump in, I think that the original intention was to provide a space for people who did not have
Anybody.
any space of their own.
Yeah.
And I think it was more of a public service thing,
Yeah.
Terry. And that'd be,
Yeah.
I don't know, I defer to others' opinions, but I think $100 is a nominal fee. I think for the amount of times that it's used, was it 5 times in the past year?
Yeah.
It's more representative of the fact that there is a donation, more or less, than anything else.
It's a compassionate sort of a service.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable charging $100. I just, $15 is alarming. I mean, and I think that's a very early 1900s rate that nobody's ever adjusted. So.
Yeah, it almost feels to me at $15, like for a family might feel like that it's not enough, right? It wouldn't
It's
be
a-
doing anything.
it's an
for me,
insult.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not. We charge $35 for a recording fee.
Right, it doesn't feel right to me at all. Yeah, I mean, I'm comfortable with 100.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to increase the fee to $100.
Second,
I will second that
Mr. Pender.
motion.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Correspondence.
There is no correspondence this month.
Okay. Does anyone have anything that the chair might not have anticipated to come up for discussion at this meeting?
I do not have anything.
Nothing.
Terry?
One question I guess I had, we had a couple of donations.
Yep, we did.
We're gonna get to that.
We received 2 donations this month. One from the Copeland Foundation for $50,000 for tree care. Extraordinarily generous of them, and part of an ask that I asked for, 3 years ago, that they've been giving to us annually for 3 years. So it's a wonderful addition to our gift fund budget. We need it, and it has made a big difference, and we'll continue moving forward with tree care. Old trees, there's a lot of removal and, dangerous wood stuff that needs to be done. So Hunt continues to do that, and a certain amount of replacing of trees. Andrea Gordon also donated $2,000, as she has been doing for the past several years, annually, and she also asked that it go towards trees because she is a lover of the property and the Arboretum mission of the cemetery. So, very nice donations.
So Andrea's donation made me think that she wanted to give some money, and since we're a nonprofit, she was donating it to us. Do others, is there anything? Do we ever do anything so others know that if they would like to donate money to us, they could, and there's this method to do that?
Yeah, I'm on social media and frequently tell people that you can donate to the Milton Cemetery Gift Fund. We take in a nominal amount. We take in enough to cover the tulips and things like that every year, and the planters. So.
But so I'm doing some fundraising for another organization. Just thinking that when in the people's wills, maybe they might put something that they'd give some money to the cemetery. But I'm
Right.
just wondering. It's like I never really thought about it before as I saw this, but as long as we get the message out that this is something that you could do that would be put back into this place that you care about.
Right. There is a paragraph on our website that talks about giving, in your estate planning. So.
Do Did we ever talk about setting up like a foundation so we just use the interest? That way people know their money continues to help the cemetery?
Yeah, historically, Terry, there was at one point a Friends of Milton Cemetery, and it was,
It's actually still
Is it
active.
still active?
Nobody's filing. It needs a board, and
Yeah.
we were going to let it lapse. Joe Cunningham was in charge of it. It needs a secretary, so we should talk about that at a future point.
why don't
Okay.
we put it on the agenda for next meeting, Terry?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Does anyone have anything else?
No.
Okay.
Just a point of clarification, because I didn't do it in advance, but in talking to Lisa, we decided that the superintendent's report and the minutes will be part of the consent agenda. If someone wants to remove it for an item for some reason, they can make that motion at the beginning of the meeting, and we can take a particular item out of the consent agenda. It's just a lot of the information, I think, is information we've already read. If we have questions about it, we can. It just might allow us to focus on things like what Terry's done with strategy rather than get lost in the minutia of other stuff. Any other business to come before I'm sorry, Terry?
Yeah, it's me. Sorry. I know we're trying to wrap it up quick. Just old business. Lisa, I was wondering how you made out with the compromise from the last meeting.
A certain number of people have been on vacation. I have not
Okay.
been able to address the whole crew at once. I didn't want to look like I was singling anybody out. So I'm waiting for complete attendance, which, might come.
September.
Yeah, and I can address that when I tell them. I have talked to them about our addressing the pallbearer issue. So.
And sorry, I should have been clear too. I was thinking about that, but also the family that wanted the different base. We talked about the base and the headstone being.
Oh yeah, we're moving forward with the solution that I had suggested, that their base,
Great.
the base be recessed, and the die on the top is the portion that's above ground.
Great. Excellent. Thank you.
Any other business?
Motion to adjourn.
Mr. Driscoll has a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you.